Good morning, everybody. Today is the day after the State of the Union address. And so if my eyes look a little puffy and I look like a little bloodshot, it's because I was so excited to see the goodness of that message and the amazing people who were honored last night. And we're going to share photos, we're going to share memories of that night. We're going to share so much stuff, but I have to say a big thank you to my guest yesterday because I feel like I have been on an amazing vacation just through his photography. It was so beautiful and it didn't look real. I mean, honestly, the shots were just stunning and it was like this country and this country. And then we come to Martha Berry College and we were there at Rome, Georgia. Think about it. We were at Rome, Georgia. And the building and the scenery looked like something from a foreign country, just absolutely beautiful. So today we're going to share some things, and we've got a glitch out here with something that's going on, and we're going to need to check that in just a minute because sometimes things aren't perfect with live TV, and we've got a little glitch going on, and we're going to have to get the guys to check it. So maybe right now we should go to a song by Mr. Ellijay because I think gospel music is in order for today because today we're going to be celebrating a couple of gentlemen. One of them is from up in Hayesville and the Murphy, North Carolina area. He grew up singing in church with his family and he is now moving forward in American Idol, but somebody very, very special made a statement about him. And Luke said he could be the next American Idol. So in honor of all you kids who grew up singing in church and you thought, Mama, I want to be singing rock and roll, you had the foundation for greatness. It starts with a gospel song. So we're going to share some of Dwight's music right now. And then when we come back, we're going to share a lot of photos with you. We're going to share a lot of information about what's going on in our nation. And we're going to share one of my favorite pieces of something that we got to see last night. So let's enjoy some gospel music by Mr. Ellijay right now.
Family circle, be together once again. Over there on heaven's shining shore. There no more to separate as we sing around God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home? Memories of my childhood days, I recall them now and then. When at home with all the family there, I know there will come a day when we sing around God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home? I wonder, will the family circle be together once again? Over there on heaven's shining shore. There no more to separate as we sing around God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home? Will Daddy be there smiling when I cross that swelling tide? Will Mama be there standing by his side? I know there will come a day when we sing around God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home? I wonder, will the family circle be together once again? Over there on heaven's shining shore. God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home? I wonder, will the family circle be together once again over there on heaven's shining shore? There no more to separate as we sing around God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home? I wonder, will the family circle be together once again over there on heaven's shining shore? There no more to separate as we sing around God's throne. I wonder, will the family circle be at home?
Today we're going to be sharing memories. We're going to be creating memories for a lot of people. But yesterday, because I had Frank on with all those amazing pictures, we didn't spend the time we should have on two very, very special birthdays. These birthdays are folks that I've known for a long, long time down in Pickens County. One of them is Miss Patsy Daniel, who has taught half your children to play the piano. She is an amazing, amazing lady. It's Bay Cagle's mama, and in the near future, Bay Cagle and her sweet husband, Bill, are going to be with us. Frank's going to come back. We have some very, very special things we're going to show you. And also, Mr. Gene Teague from down in Pickens County celebrated his 95th birthday. And then ETC has a very special birthday boy in the house. Jesse, will you come over here for just a minute? Okay, and Jesse is 17. Okay, Mr. Gene Teague, Vietnam vet. Miss Patsy Daniel encouraged and enlightened children about music. What do you want your future to look like when you're 95?
When I'm 95, hopefully people can remember me as a good person.
What do you think about the State of the Union last night and the two squad members specifically that were left sitting in the gallery allowed to scream at the president and to wear a pin that said a very bad word and concerning ICE? How do you feel about the fact that those two idiots were left in the chamber? How do you feel about that?
Well, I just, really anywhere you go, I think that you shouldn't be allowed to scream when you're not speaking, for one. And for two, I think they're politically wrong.
Yeah.
And it was just a big old scandal
Crazy.
that the left did.
Yeah, yeah. And I was thankful that many of them were not there because didn't want to see them, didn't want to hear them, didn't want them to be there, period. But I'm so thankful for the people that were honored last night were truly great Americans.
Yeah.
And as Joe Kelly McCutcheon said it, they were great Americans, from the military to the child who survived the accident where the illegal alien had hit their vehicle and destroyed her, from brain damage to her legs to so many things. But she was there last night being honored. So many people were honored who deserved to be honored. And the mom of the young lady who was killed on the bus in Charlotte, North Carolina, she came here from a foreign country to seek asylum because her country is at war. She comes to America and is killed by a deranged person. There's something about when we're honoring and saying thank you and giving testament to these people's greatness. Why were those people allowed to stay in the galley and sit there holding the signs, screaming at the president? I don't understand it. If I had been there and the boss, you might have had to call your mama and say you need to sign Sherry's bond because she has slapped somebody today. I just don't know how they were allowed to stay there, but they were for the whole speech. And I hate that they're there. I hate that they're in Congress. They are not from our country, and if they don't respect and love our country, why are they here? To get a paycheck.
Exactly.
That's all it's about. They're going to not only get a paycheck, they are going to get, do you know I'm 75 years old? Don't tell anybody. I'm 75. And I don't have a pension, and that's why I'm still working 2 jobs. I don't have a pension because my husband and I were self-employed all of our lives. And when he died, I was left to fend for myself, and it hasn't been fun, but I've loved every minute of my jobs. But these women who disrespect America and scream at our president are going to get a pension when they leave office. Now, do you know when I want them to leave office?
Right now?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I want them to be gone. I don't want people to be allowed to serve in my country who don't respect my country. And, you know, to me, you should be born in America, an American citizen, to be able to serve.
Another point with you, America's just about one, if not a couple others, that you can literally just leave.
Yeah,
You can literally just hit the door.
Delta is running every day, all day long, except in New York because of the snow. Yeah. So if you don't love America, leave it. The bus runs both ways. Get the heck out of Dodge.
That's right.
You know, now let's talk about your visit down to the Capitol. What did you learn?
You know, I really learned that it's just a bunch of family over there at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Between the Republicans and Democrats, you really don't see what you see up there in Washington.
No,
I wish Washington was ran like our Capitol is
Exactly.
But got to interview Johnny Chastain for District 7 up here. Got to interview Teddy Reese for Columbus, and got to see Governor Brian Kemp.
Yeah.
So that was a
pretty
cool experience. And First Lady.
Yeah. Well, I'm encouraged because there are a lot of you out there. There are a lot of Charlie Kirks out there. There are a lot of young people who are growing up honoring our nation and saluting this flag and standing for what's right. What did you think about our hockey team?
Our hockey team, I thought that was the greatest thing ever. I thought that was great.
You know, it was.
Represented America great.
Yeah, they did. And then you had that woman, I don't even know what she participated in, that took the knee and all that crap, and I'm just like, just go on, just go on, you know. Just get out, honor our country. And when I think about Gene Teague being 95 years old, a Vietnam vet, when we think about our country, our country is great because of those people who fought and those people who gave all, honestly. And we think about Noah Harris here in Gilmer County. I think about John Delbert Swan. He grew up, raised, his parents were missionaries. They believed that the Lord, you know, controlled everything in their life, and they didn't want their son to go to war. He didn't last but 6 weeks in Vietnam. They lost their only son. But they didn't get bitter. They didn't get angry. They still loved America. And I think that's what we should do. We should always honor and love America. And for those women, or those people, I just can't even call them that, those bodies, those hot bodies sitting there in that chamber last night and doing what they did. And when I read that sign on her shirt, I swear your mama would have had to sign my bond, because I'd have called and said, somebody bring me some bail money. I know I'm headed to jail. In the near future, we're going to do a program that I think is going to open a lot of eyes. If you had your eyes closed on January the 6th and you thought that one thing happened, you're going to see the truth very soon. It's going to be an honor to be able to share this story. Bay Cagle was there, Bill Cagle was there, our photographer was there, who's going to come back and share the story with you. The truth will come out in America. America is good. It is good, but we have allowed, by open borders, we have allowed the wrong people who don't love our country to come in here. And the worst thing we ever did was allow them to try to represent us. They don't represent us. Now, if you called your mama and said, Mama, I found a check and I wrote me a check for $19 billion out of your checking account, how hard would your mama whoop you?
There wouldn't be much talk and be a lot of slap.
Yeah. Okay, the Somalians took $19 billion illegally and moved it to their country and to here and there and there with luxury homes, cars, even bought islands for themselves. We let this happen in America. They're not American born, bred, or taught. And all I can say is our culture must be very different, because my grandmother said, if it's yours, it's yours. If it's somebody else's, leave it alone. That's the way we raise our children. Honesty is the best policy. Don't steal. $19 billion is more than stealing. It is manufacturing a crime that now, you know who Nick Shirley is? That boy's digging. He is digging. He is digging and he is digging and he is digging and he is finding out all kinds of cool stuff. And it's amazing to me, he's found $19 billion that was transferred during the COVID time and put up to set up daycares. And what was that one called? The Learning Center. They didn't even spell the word learning correctly. And they have been given thousands and thousands of dollars. It's crazy what we have allowed to happen because we let these, I'm going to say it, foreigners, or as my granny'd say, them furners, them foreigners, we allowed this to happen. Slam the brakes on y'all. It is time to protect America. And today we're going to show something from last night's event about a soldier who went in and he came out with his legs just shattered and he was hit by machine gun gunfire. It was horrible, but he was in Venezuela. He was the helicopter pilot who saved and brought out all of his crew. And he survived, and we got to see him last night. Now, did you tear up during any of this? Because I cried like a baby.
I teared up probably during the first half because that's when I realized our nation is in good hands again. We're back. And I just wanted to point out one more thing. They letted those two people stay in. I think if that was a couple of years ago during the Biden administration, I think they would have probably kicked him out. So that shows you what President Trump thinks, you know.
He is a, I hate to say this word about a president, he's a cool dude. He's just a cool dude. He is a cool dude. You know, once upon a time, even all the Democrats liked him because he was leaning Democrat, but the Democrats were different then. They're not like they are today. And so it really, he's a cool dude. He made me laugh last night. He made me cry last night. When he honored all these people who had gone through horrific events in their life, I cried like a baby. And when my beautiful, beautiful First Lady put that on that 100-year-old man, when he got his honor at 100 years old, and we heard the story of he did not even tell his wife until he was 50 years old what happened to him at war because he couldn't talk about it. It was so horrific. He couldn't talk about it, but once he did, and once his story was shared, it took 50 years for him to be honored. 50 years for him to be honored, and last night for our beautiful First Lady to honor him. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. Great. So if you didn't watch it last night, I'm sorry that you didn't. And do you know who Braden Rumfelt is?
I do not.
Okay, Braden Rumfelt, you got to watch him and you got to vote for him. He is from Murphy, North Carolina, Hayesville, North Carolina area. He is the son of Pastor Chris Rumfelt and his beautiful wife, and they taught their kids to sing in church. Well, he is going to win American Idol. I'm going to predict that. He's in the running, and according to Luke Bryan, he's probably going to be the top. I say he'll be in the top 3, but we have to vote for him. So remember, set your phone on auto dial.
All right, I got you.
To vote for him. So we're going to share a little bit of Braden. We're going to share a little bit of another young man, Drake Milligan. He's not much older than you. Right now he is touring Europe. He set out to get a little bit of glam and glory out of singing, and now he's touring the world. There are so many opportunities for kids your age today, but you've got to take the right path.
You got to work for it.
You got to work for it, and you got to take the right path. And if you take the wrong path, then you're going to end up somewhere crazy. Now, where is the interview you did with Johnny Chastain?
I think Trace has some of it.
Okay, maybe we can share some of that. That would be great.
Okay.
So, yeah, because he stepped into big shoes. David Ralston had represented us for a long, long time, and David, nobody loved the mountains of North Georgia more than David Ralston. He absolutely loved us, and he took care of this community. He took care of making sure kids like you have an opportunity to go to college now in Fannin County. I mean, it's crazy. We have a college now. So, and it's because somebody here that we elected loved our communities. Sadly, in Congress, there are people who were elected. Okay, go back to this. Do you know who AOC is? She's a bartender from New York. Okay, but she's She's in Congress. It's such a joke. It's such a joke. And they're saying, oh, she has the power to do so and so and so and so. No, I'm sorry. People, no, do not allow that to happen. Earn what you get by doing the right thing. I don't know how a bartender got elected to Congress, but that's what she did. So make sure that you mold yourself to be the best that you can be, and then your generation could bring us out of this mess that we've gotten into. And I bet you, if you were elected to Congress, you would not sit there and down and talk down and say nasty things about America, would you?
No.
No, there's no way. There's no way, because right's right and wrong's wrong. And it is wrong for a U.S. Congresswoman or a U.S. Congressman to sit and down America. We should praise America, we should love America, and we should honor America. And I think that's what our president did last night. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go now to some photos, and we're going to share some of Braden Rumfeld. He's so good, he's so great. We're going to share some of his music. And a happy, happy birthday to you. He was 17. What I would give to be 17 and know what I know now. What I would give. So happy birthday, Jesse. Yay! All right, here we go. Now, my man, the Intimidator, the greatest NASCAR race driver ever. We honored him at the Daytona 500 25 years ago. He lost his life doing what he loved. If you follow your dream, if you have a passion for something, then do it. Dale Earnhardt did it the best. And there's our Gene Teague from Pickens County. Happy 95th birthday to you, and thank you, sir, for teaching us so much about life and living life and being a good person. What a good guy. So happy 95th birthday. And to sweet Patsy Daniel, happy 90th birthday. So I know that you are so proud of your beautiful daughter and grandkids, and just such a precious lady who has made such a difference in teaching children to play piano. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about giving back. And we have a choice in our life. And there is my man. Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. I cried for weeks and weeks and weeks. That is the Intimidator. And my Nick says that somebody is coming up that is driving like the Intimidator. So maybe there's going to be somebody who will take over, but nobody will ever replace that man on a racetrack. That was the best. And there's Mr. Gene again. How sweet. And I'm going to get to talk to him on Monday. Hope to be able to bring you an interview and some wisdom from him. Because we should learn from those much wiser than ourselves. Much wiser than ourselves. Now we've got a little bit of music by Braden Rumfeld. And if you haven't heard him, he did one of my favorite songs when he auditioned, and then he's moved forward through Hollywood Week. And I would say, I'm just predicting, but y'all are going to have to help us vote, and we're going to have to really get him through, so these mountains are going to have to come through. I would say that Braden, growing up in church, playing with his family, singing all around, he knows every single song out there. But they said he chose the perfect song for his Hollywood event the other night. So sit back and listen to just a little bit of this. And again, this is from the American Idol, so they get all the rights to this. Here we go.
You and me, we made a vow, for better or for worse. I can't believe you let me down, but the proof in a way it hurts. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. I have loved you
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time. And delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
If you or your business are looking for local advertising opportunities, we have sponsorships available for new programming coming soon on ETC3. Contact us at 706-697-5591.
See us anytime you can.
Whether you're swimming in the sea, or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Okay, a little bit of talent, Braden Rumfeld. You better get in there and you better pull for that kid. He is absolutely amazing. And he will give all the honor and the glory to God because he was raised in a church by amazing parents, great family, and God-given talent for sure. He thought he was going to be a baseball player. His legs wouldn't hold out. He had to have several surgeries, and amazing, amazing talent. So you know you're going to vote for him on American Idol. You've got to. But there's another kid who is now about 22, 23. He is touring all over Europe. He was on America's Got Talent, and let me tell you about this kid. He looks like a young Elvis. He's actually played in a movie that he portrayed Elvis. He is amazing, and he writes a lot of his original stuff. So when we get to thinking, you know, the music's gone because they've gone to nasty words in the lyrics, and they've gone to this and gone to that, no, not always. We are getting some great music out of young talent. This kid is from Texas, and right now he's over in Europe. He's traveling everywhere, and then he's going to be back in Chattanooga. He's going to be in Birmingham, and one more place that I can't remember. I'm going to have to look it up on his schedule. That's not a couple hours from here. But when we think about, give up on those kids. They're acting crazy. They're doing drugs. They're doing this, doing that. No, not all of them. There are a lot of great kids coming along, and a lot of great parents stood behind these kids, pushing them and helping them and supporting them. That's what we do as parents. So this young man will wow you. He wrote the song that has really, really done well, and he is touring all the time. Well, I sent a message to Miss Hilda at the North Georgia Fairgrounds, and I said, you need to have this guy. Have you heard him? I just about died. She said, I had him here. He was here and I didn't know it. Are you kidding me? So I was so upset with myself. You better watch your local schedules because you may be missing out on some great, great talent. Drake Milligan was at the fair in Hiawassee, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I missed it, but I hope she will have him back again because he is super talented. He is a super sweet kid, and I just want you to sit back now and think about, he wrote this original song. You won't get to hear all the song because it's just part of his audition there, but I want you to look him up on YouTube, follow him, listen to his music, and watch. Yes, he does look like Elvis. So here we go, Drake Milligan.
Nice to meet you, and who are you?
I'm Drake Milligan from Fort Worth, Texas. Stayed too long at the honky-tonk, spending too much just to tie one on. Little less right and a lot more on. Sounds like something I do. Calling in sick when the fish are biting, taking those curves with the gravel flying, keeping one eye on the next horizon. Sounds like something I do. I never had a reason, girl, to go around looking for a fire to walk through. Ain't like me to want somebody rearranging all my want-tos. I ain't the kind to settle down and let myself get wrapped around somebody's finger, but if I had you, baby, sounds like something I do.
Means you got 4 yeses. Congratulations.
Okay, the 2 young men that we have featured this morning have a great future in America because America is a wonderful, wonderful country. It is a wonderful place to live, to grow, to flourish, to start your own business, to maybe if you decide you want to just stay at home and be a stay-at-home mom, have an opportunity because wages are up, your husband will be making more, things will get better. We are seeing greatness in America again, and we are seeing greatness through leadership. And when we look at the leaders in our military, we have America's finest, and they are absolutely showing up and showing out anytime we need them. Last night, a very special man was honored, and I want to share this honor because I cried several times during last night's, just all the stories, all the beautiful, amazing miracles that have happened, even though a lot of lives were lost during the last year. There were so many great success stories. So I want you to sit back, and if you didn't watch the whole State of the Union last night, I want you to watch this, and I want you to think about this gentleman. And I don't know in the clip we've got if you can see that he is standing by holding on to his walker. He's not healed yet, but he was healed enough to be there last night to get something that is very, very special because he stands out among great men. He stands out as one of the greatest. So here we go.
There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro, really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter, a big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook carrying, as you can imagine, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine gun stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, two machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife Amy. Eric and Amy, come on in. So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor. Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg, we have it back, we brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House, and Eric will be there. Thank you.
That is what America is about. America is about greatness. America is about serving our nation. America is about protecting those that need protection. And when that young man went into Venezuela on a mission that freed the people of that country from a horrible dictatorship and craziness that had been going on in their lives forever, people all over the United States here who had fled Venezuela were calling and thanking and supporting and being so glad that they're going to get their country back. That's what America does. America is full of goodness, and we saw goodness, and that young man, I don't know how much longer it's going to be because he's still suffering with the injuries to his legs, and you know, I'm sure that he will end up probably not getting to do his job anymore. And obviously he loved his job. He almost gave his life for his job, protecting others. And I said, that is what our military is about. We have the greatest military in the world. If you have ever served, if you are serving today, we salute you, we honor you, and we thank you every single day. I sat there and watched that last night, and I cried like a baby, and I'm thinking, this is what America is founded on. We are founded on goodness. We're not founded on craziness. We're not founded on stupid women from other countries sitting there holding disgusting signs and screaming at our president. That's not what we're about. We're not about any of that. We're about goodness. And I think being in the mountains as many years as we have been, I've learned from some of the best. Speaker of the House David Ralston loved this area. He loved our nation. He loved the state of Georgia. That's what we're about. We're about sharing goodness and spreading joy. So today, I know somebody who can spread some joy. He sings, and he's from these mountains. His daddy went to war, and the song Baby Blue was written honoring his father as he walked 7 miles here in Gilmer County to the depot to leave and go to a foreign country to fight for our country. That's what goodness is about. Today we honor each of you. And if you walked to the depot in Gilmer County, if you got on a Greyhound bus in Atlanta and you went to Parris Island, if you served our country, we owe you a debt of gratitude that we can never pay. We can never pay, but we can say thank you. So today, thank you, thank you, thank you, honoring all our veterans. Now we're going to share some music by a young man who was raised right here in Gilmer County. He just turned 70. Don't tell anybody I told you, because it's really stressing on him. He's 70, but he's been singing in these mountains for lots and lots of years. You know him and you love him. Let's go to a little bit of Mr. Ellijay's music.
When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound and time will be no more, and the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair, when the saved of earth shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll
Well, guess who else got to be at the Capitol last night? Our sheriff from Cherokee County, Frank Reynolds, who is a super, super good guy. I've known him. He was a kid. He was a little police officer years and years ago in Pickens County. He has now been our sheriff several different times, and we will continue to elect him. I guess we'll elect him as long as he wants to be there working for us. But he was there at the Capitol. He got to be there. And also we want to show you a little bit of footage from the varsity when the president visited in Rome, Georgia, because I love when you love your job enough that you stay on your job 45 years. One lady at the varsity had worked there 45 years and one had worked there 24 years. So let's take a look at that clip.
Years. 24 years. You're too young for that. Come on, wait. I'll get on. Let's get a good one. My president right there. Come on. The board of the cash register.
Is that not cool? 45 years on the job, 24 years on the job. If you are lucky enough to have a job that you love, man, oh man, what a great day it is to get up and go to work. That's the coolest thing in America. You can be, you know, women can now be welders. There are women who work in Cherokee County welding that are making big bucks, making much, much better than they were as stenographers when they were somebody's secretary years and years ago. The world is so different now. We are so blessed, and we are so blessed in Cherokee County to have Frank Reynolds as our sheriff. And do we have those photos we can show? This was Frank at the Capitol last night as he was at the State of the Union. Thankful to Mike Collins for inviting him and making sure he could be there. We have got the best sheriff. He's such a good guy, and he does his job, and he loves his job, and that's what life is about. Find a job you love. If you think you love painting houses, paint houses and be the best house painter in the world. If you think you want to be a carpenter and you love framing houses, frame a house and be the best framer in the world. Find something you love and put your heart into it. Don't do something just for the money. Don't do something just for the glory. Do something because you absolutely love it. And I am so honored to have done what I do for so many years, from selling real estate to coming to you on television to sharing the good news. The good news is these mountains are full of good people. These mountains are full of great churches where you can visit if you've just come to the community. Find a great church somewhere and get involved. Get involved in the community where you moved and get involved to be there and bring goodness. Bring goodness. We're going to leave you with one more song by Mr. Ellijay. When he walks in a room, he lights it up because he's a crazy good guy. So here we go.
Many years ago, in days of childhood, I used to play till the evening sun would come. Then wandering down an old familiar pathway, I could hear my mother call that set of sun. Come home, it's supper time. The shadows lengthen fast. Come home, it's supper time. We're going home at last. Some of my fondest memories of my childhood were woven around supper time. And Mom, I remember how you used to call from the steps of our old home place. You'd always say, "Come home, son, it's supper time." What I'd give to hear that just one more time. But you know, time has woven a realization of truth that's even more thrilling. And that's when we hear that call from the portals of glory to come home for supper time. When all of God's children gather around the table with the Lord Himself. we celebrate the greatest supper time of all. Come home, it's supper time. The shadows lengthen fast. Come home, it's supper time. We're going home at last.